everybody. This is Evina from helpbyevina.com, and this video is about my life as a quote-unquote psychic and how I began and what you get from me and how you can reach me. A common trend that I've noticed with most of my customers is they like to put me on some kind of strange ass pedestal. Oh, Evina, you're just so on point with your readings, girl. Oh, you said this was going to happen and da 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 da. Oh, yeah, you're just so great. You're so marvelous. Compliments is one thing, but then I've heard folks say, I can't make a move until I talk to you. Whoa, chill out. Calm some of that down. Stop all that. Don't do that. That's retarded. Thank you for the sweet, beautiful, wonderful compliments. It is my honor to serve you. However, don't do that strange shit. Talking about put me on some kind of strange ass pedestal. If you appreciate my work, show me. Thank you. All the extra praising like I'm the next Buddha or Jesus or Oshun or something. Stop that. No, don't do that. Everybody made a choice to develop whatever it is that they're into. Some people made a choice to develop their free throws. Some people made a choice to develop their musical abilities. Some people made a choice to develop their frequent jail time activities. Some people made a choice to be an astounding porn star. I made the choice to develop my psychic ability. And I really don't even like the word psychic. The word psychic has such a negative connotation in today's society that, it just made, how society did. They make everything look evil and bad when it's actually a part of our nature. You got y'all looking at sources outside of yourselves for answers instead of looking within. That's why you have people like me, when people come to gifted readers and people who specialize in things like that. That's why y'all come to us, because y'all look for answers outside yourself and you can be in condition. I get it. I've done it. I ain't perfect. I swear I'm not. But people made their choice, and I made the choice to develop my psychic ability. And so here's how it all began in my life, so people can get some clarity. Ever since I was little, I was always able to see stuff that didn't look human, or humans I could see through, or humans didn't look like they were all the way there, like I could see my mommy and daddy and other relatives and friends. So all my life I was just able to see stuff. Sometimes they looked scary and I'd cry. Some looked very pleasant, or their energy was very pleasant, and I'd play with them. And I actually still remember some of the things when I was very little, like a baby. Then it grew into, when I got into my school age years, like, I don't know, I want to say late elementary, middle school, high school years. Stuff started getting real strange. It's not like I had anybody to talk to growing up who were good in this field, who could guide me in such a way. I was raised by regular hood ghetto parents. They loved me. They did the best that they could with the resources they had available. Y'all know that kind of thing. So it's not like I had anybody to guide me or hold my hand in this thing. I was completely alone. And talking about it to anybody, it wouldn't have made sense. And I wouldn't have gotten anywhere. So I kept it to myself. And I would travel to places in my community like the West End or Five Points. Those of you who know anything about Atlanta, Georgia, these are just some of the locations here in Atlanta. When I was younger, in my teens and younger, I would go to the West End or to Five Points and look at people, people walking around, and they would have like their regular face, and then something else would pop out from behind it. It looked like some kind of what you would call demons or aliens or something. It didn't look like human. They looked like something else. And it would scare the crap out of me. So I'm walking down the street and I see a face. Oh, shit. keep walking down. Oh, Lord have mercy. And so I'm looking crazy along with the rest of them because I'm jumping at everything because of the things I'm seeing, the beings that I'm seeing. I never understood any of that. Until one day in my adult years, back in 2010, a good friend of mine named April, she told me over the phone, she said, who is a very talented person in this, giving readings, and she's gifted as well. She told me, you're going to start giving readings. Just accept it. It's going to happen. And I'm looking at her over the phone like, bitch, what you thought this shit was? Who you thought I was, Miss Cleo? She didn't even see when she was going to get fucked up, so what I look like? Well, needless to say, maybe a couple of years later, matter of fact, it was May 2012, I just came from taking my friend to work who worked third shift at a hotel in College Park. And on my way home, which for those of you that know the area, I was living in College Park area off of Riverdale Road. Spirit, some voice, no, actually, to back it up, son, I got tired of, you know how when something in your mind or some spirit or something was telling you to do something, you don't do it. And when it comes to fruition, you're like, dang, I knew I should have did that, or I knew I shouldn't have did that. I knew some told me not to. I got tired of ignoring those voices, and I wanted to do right. I wanted to hear right. So I've asked for a significant period of time that I want to be more obedient. I want to hear these voices and be cognizant that these are the right voices to hear, and be obedient and do as I'm told, or do as I'm suggested. Do as suggested. So then here we are in May of 2012, and making a conscious decision to listen to this voice that told me to go down Highway 85, where there is a bunch of businesses and restaurants and things like that going down the Highway 85. Not Interstate 85. Now, whenever I get confused, but Highway 85 in Riverdale. And I'm like, it's like close to midnight. I just took a friend to work, and I just want to get back into bed. And I'm thinking, okay. I'm finna go. Let's go. So I go down the highway, go down the street, and there's a McDonald's to my right, and the Spirit says, turn in. Before I got to it, I noticed the police car pulling out the driveway to get onto the street to make the right, going down the street. Spirit says, pull into McDonald's. So I turn into the McDonald's, and I noticed an old man in the middle of the night walking with his left, right, short steps that he was making. I'm like, oh, he's so cute. What is that old man doing out here this time of night? Paid it no mind after that. Pulled up, I ordered a frappe or something. I ain't had no business even spending money, but I ordered a frappe. And when I pulled around from the speaker, going towards the window, there were 3 other vehicles in front of me. There were, at the window, it was a black SUV. Behind it was a tan car, it looked like. And then in front of me was a black car. So the little compartment that's, on the side of the driver's seat, I went to looking in there to pull out my money and everything. And I look up to the right, and I see that same old man passing by through the back end of the parking lot going towards the woods. This man stopped and fell out and started shaking. So I'm thinking, of course, he's having an epileptic seizure. My first mind was to get out, open the door, and go help him. But I heard the Spirit say, no, stop, watch. So I obeyed, but then there's a part of my mind thinking, girl, you better help him. He needs your help. But then there's that other part said, no, you said you want to listen. So, listen. So I listened. That man, he stopped shaking. He sat up, and he turned around and looked at me with this evil look. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? He got up, and his walk wasn't this short, sweet, left, right, left, right, left, right little thing anymore. It was like something was getting used to this body. And the way he was walking was the strangest thing. I'm like, fuck. Looking at all of this, to my right, being shocked, I look in front of me, and there are no more vehicles in front of me. So I'm thinking, that's a fast-ass transaction for these 3 cars in front of me. So I pull up to the window, to the McDonald's window, and instead of, there's a strange man over here, blah, 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 I didn't do that. My silly behind said, yeah, y'all move really fast to, you got those 3 cars out the way. The manager in the window said, what 3 cars, ma'am? I said, there was an SUV and 2 cars that was in front of me. He was like, ma'am, the only vehicle that left from here before you pulled up was a police car. Come again? He said it was a police car. I said, okay, I'm sorry, babe. It's too much going on tonight. I just want my drink so I can go. And I paid and I left. The strangest thing, and I realized, months later that point was, 1, to test me to see if I was going to listen. 2, to show me that possession really does exist. Ain't nobody going to believe me. Everybody in Facebook, YouTube, whatever word y'all see this video in, y'all ain't going to believe me. Truth is truth when you witness it for yourself. And I know what I saw. And I saw this man, I'm going to forever tell this story about how I saw this man get possessed. And he walked strangely from this cute old man walk to this strange walk. So, fast forward 2 weeks later, my good friend, she came in town with her new dude. Now, you know how y'all females, y'all get with a new guy, you tell your friend girls, y'all like, oh girl, I met this guy, he's this, he's that, he's ABC, XYZ. My friend, or my friends, we don't talk like that. We might say, I'm talking to a new guy, and they might say their name. That's it. Well, that's what my friend did. She told me that she's seeing this new guy. She told me his name and where he met from, and that was it. She ain't going to no other details, what he did, how he doing, what he do for a living, or what he do any otherwise. It wasn't none of that. Well, that's all she told me. So she said, hey, you and your sister, y'all come up and come see me and my sister. We up in Roswell, on Roswell Road. Cool. It was so great to see her. She's been out of town, living in another state for a long time. It was so great to see her. I went and got my big sister and drove up to her sister's house where she was staying at. I saw her new dude. I saw her children who I consider my nieces and nephews. I love them so much. And we hugged up. So we sitting at this square dining room table. Her maid was in front of me, and my friend was sitting to the right of me. So we're all talking and conversing. Hey girl, so good to see you. What's going on, brother? It's nice to meet you. What's up? Yada yada. What's good? Tell me something good. We talking. All of a sudden, I feel this heat on the top of my head. I kept rubbing my head, and at the time my locks was much longer. This is like a redo now. But before, my locks was much longer, and I had my hair back and down. And I felt this heat, and I'm like, hey, am I having some kind of pressure, something going on? What's going on? And it kept getting hotter and hotter, as if some kind of ray gun was shooting down at the very top of my crown. It was getting uncomfortable. Then all of a sudden, I felt this same heat hitting my stomach, my solar plex area, and it shocked me. It took me by surprise so much. I'm like, and my head drops down, my hair comes forward. Got my friend wondering, Evina, are you all right? All of a sudden, y'all, never happened before ever in my life. All of a sudden, I was able to tell her new mate everything about him, his mother, his baby mama, someone that transitioned, and like one other person. I was able to tell this person everything about himself, and I just met this guy. And my friend sitting to the right of me, she was able to confirm everything I was saying. While the brother was sitting there with his big eyes like a deer caught in headlights, looking at me like, yeah, it was strange for me too, but I was able to tell his business, the things that came across my eyes that I saw. And I was able to tell the energies that I felt. It was outside of what my body was normally feeling, like the regular feelings. It was like this extra hints of feelings that came with the screen. It's almost like if you're watching a movie or something, you may see them sad, or it may be a sad thing to make you feel sad, but that's not your genuine emotion. I felt something that wasn't my genuine emotion, but it was something in the screen's emotion I felt. Or they might look a certain way, but their emotions were different. I was able to pick up on it. It was that kind of, it was strange. And I was able to boom, 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 tell everybody everything that I saw. I come back home. I get on a phone call my friend April, and the best thing she could do for me was laugh at me. She was like, ha, 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 I told you so. Told you it was going to happen. So then I go to my friend Zen, and I'm like, I need help. What's wrong with me? Told him everything that happened. He said, welcome to the world of shamans. Shamans. I can't pronounce that word. I think of the toilet paper for some reason. But so from then on, me being nervous, trying to figure out, it took me 2 years to embrace what just happened to me. I'm able to see folk business, and I need to learn to control it. So with some more guided advice, I decided to go ahead and get free readings, because I was wondering, well, if I could see this stuff, can I see it when I want to? Like when someone come to me and ask me these questions, am I going to be like, oh, yes, I can see, blah, blah, blah? Or I'm going to be like, bro, I don't see nothing. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't want to do that, and people pay me, and I'm not able to help them. I'm not able to see, so I want to know, is this something for real, or were those flukes? I started giving free readings, and boy, at the moment when I'm not giving a reading, it feels like I don't have any powers. It's like I'm powerless. I don't know what's happening. And I'm just using this word loosely just for conversation's sake, powers and stuff like that. I ain't on TV like that yet. Wondering if I'm able to do this, on cue. While I'm not using it, feel like I don't know if I even still have it. But then when someone come to me and ask me, I'm able to see it all of a sudden. It's just like come back to me, like this energy of powers. I'm like, oh, I can see the word. It was strange. I didn't know how to act. So I've noticed, after giving some readings for free, I noticed how more and more accurate my readings were getting. It was amazing. So I said, okay, I think I need some exchange in energy. I need some circulation. If I'm giving, I need to get. So I started charging. And repeat customers who I've given free readings for, when I say, okay, now I have a site, I'm charging, show me some appreciation that I could even do this stuff, because this stuff wears me out. Especially, I'm feeling all of this from you people. Oh, Lord, all the energies. Y'all feeling sad. Y'all feeling mad. Y'all feeling all these. Wear me out. I need some reciprocation. Yeah, I know I made up a word. People who getting free readings thought they could still get free readings. I don't know if there was word of mouth going around, but then there's new folks trying to get readings, free readings, and never showed appreciation, which is another topic. That's a whole nother video about folks giving free readings and the selfish people that get them. But I killed that. And I also want to touch on the job description of a psychic. Some of y'all folk be killing me. How y'all think y'all know the job description of a psychic. I don't know if y'all watch too much television or what. Slow your roll. Stop that shit. Stop that. I had one guy say, oh, you're a psychic, huh? So what's my name? That's not how that works. Fuck you get your information from? At least now that I'm on this side of that life, I know that's not how that shit works. I just don't go around, your name is Stephanie. Should be Heffany. Your name is Tom. Your name is Bonquisha. And what? That's, first of all, me knowing your name is irrelevant. And why would I want to spend my little extra power to find out the letters in your fucking name? The fuck I look like? I feel energies of things that either has happened, is happening, or about to happen. I don't go around trying to find out your name is. I'm not some magician on stage. That's not how this life works. That's just like somebody trying to tell the job description of a security officer. One day, yes, I'm a security officer. One day I'm at work and an attorney was getting chumped off like diesel, like by some girl who had a ticket, going off talking about how she gonna bust his head to the white bee, you fat bastard, blah 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 blah, just going in on this guy. And I'm looking, but I'm dealing with people coming in the door, and this big huge man said, "Hey, security, get her." He wants this big ass man want my woman security behind to get this itty bitty girl who looked like she's starving. The job of a security guard is not the same powers of a police officer. Our job is to detect, deter, and report. That's it. We do not have powers to put our hands on folks. We have the same rights as regular civilians, not the kind of authority that police officers have. Y'all stop that. Quit acting like y'all know how what other folk jobs is and stay in your lane. Know what your job is. So, with that being said, let me tell you what my job description is. And every gifted psychic person that give readings go about it their own unique way. Some people need tarot cards or stones or cowrie shells or whatever they're throwing. Some people read palms, and some people, use all of the different kind of divinations to read you. Me, I do tarot cards, I do stone readings, but I think my best is me just feeling you. The breath, the truth of breath. Sometimes I have my clients, if you're not loud enough, some of y'all are just loud, I can't help but to see your business. But sometimes I ask clients to say their name a certain number of times so I can feel and see feel the impressions and see what's happening. And when I do give my readings, my messages or my deliveries are custom made for each individual. I might talk to you in a very calm and peaceful manner. Some of y'all might need to get cussed out. I mean, I cuss like a sailor, but I don't want to just cuss new people out. Try not to use profanity. But sometimes I get spirits or your ancestors come and talking to me and they turning up. Spirits do not use profanity. They're not vulgar. But their energy says otherwise. They just don't. They're not vulgar. Even if they were down here cursing and everything, when they get over there, I personally never experienced a cussing spirit. I just never experienced it. If it exists, okay, I ain't got to it yet. But I personally never experienced a vulgar speaking spirit. But their energy says otherwise. Like, they're just like a woman who's mad and plotting your death, but she won't utter a word. It's like one of those things. But let me feel what she's saying. I'm going to tell you exactly what she said, or what she really trying to say. And that's how I give my deliveries. So if you want to read it from me, and if you are not able to accept the truth, go to somebody else who would sugarcoat everything and tell you what you want to hear versus the things that you need to hear in order for you to do better. So with all of that being said, if you would like to get a reading from me, to get a shot at Evina, you can hit me up on my website, get a reading at helpbyevina.com. You can also hit me up on Facebook at Help by Evina. You can also hit me up on Twitter at Help by Evina ATL. Or you can email me at helpbyevina@gmail.com. So I will give more videos will come out soon. And let me know what you think about this video. And I'll talk to you guys later.
Mary, Felix, Evina, Mimi, Kasha, Mary, Nika, Felix, Silka, Evina, Sama, Mimi, Kasha, Mary. see tears flow from my eyes. Am I crying, trying to intrude on my soul, or just trying to console little Mimi and explain to Mary, who ain't ready for Mawasi Bahati, who tries to patronize the Phoenix?